Hi everyone, I'm Pratima and Poco recently launched two performance-centric smartphones, the Poco F8 Ultra and the cheaper Poco F8 Pro. I have already reviewed the Poco F8 Ultra and I think it's easily one of the most improved phones of 2025. The F8 Pro, on the other hand, also features some great specs, and Poco has also priced it very well internationally. And if rumors are to be believed, Poco is not launching the regular F8 this time. Instead, they're launching the F8 Pro in India. And if this phone launches at around 40,000 rupees, it is going to give tough competition to all of the performance-centric phones at this price, especially the OnePlus 15R, whose starting price has increased this time. However, just like before, there is one major flaw in this device which I will tell you in the due course of this video. So let's find out the good, the bad and the ugly of the Poco F8 Pro, starting with its design. And the first thing I have to let you know is that this is one of the most comfortable phones that I have held this year. It has a slightly smaller form factor than before and it's considerably lightweight, even though it has a bigger 6210 mAh battery inside. Of course, this 6000 mAh battery is no match for the huge 7400 mAh battery on the OnePlus 15R, but the 15R for me is a lot heavier than what I am comfortable with on regular usage. Usability-wise, this is such a snuggly device and it sits well on the hands, and overall there isn't much to complain about the design actually. It's a glass back with metal frames, comes in a bunch of cute color options, so I am happy with the design and build on this phone. Likewise, its display has a lot to like too. The quality is almost the same as the more expensive F8 Ultra in terms of colors, and both displays are equally bright and responsive to touch. In fact, the F8 Pro features the Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection as compared to the Poco Shield Glass on the F8 Ultra, so technically it should be more durable. You also get all the niceties here like Dolby Vision playback support, high PWM dimming, a very well-calibrated screen that looks absolutely gorgeous, and an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that's fast and accurate even when my hands are wet. Having said that, this is not an LTPO screen, so it does not switch between 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate to conserve battery according to the content on the screen. It can only go between 60 and 120 Hz. But even so, I was getting good endurance from this phone, like a whole day plus around 20% left at the end of the day. Sadly, Poco has decided to skip the charger from the box this time. I hope that if this phone launches in India, we do get a charger inside the box. The F8 Pro supports 100-watt charging though, and using my 65-watt PD charger, I got the phone's battery juiced up in around 47 minutes. Moving on, Poco has also done a good job with the experience side of things with this phone. You get Bose tuned speakers and the quality is good for listening to music or watching movies. It sounds really balanced. Also, the vibration while typing or ringing is quite impactful. But I did compare this phone side by side with the OnePlus 15R, and I found the 15R speakers to be slightly louder and fuller, not by a whole lot, but it is noticeable. That aside, I won't complain about the performance side of things on the Poco F8 Pro. It features last year's flagship Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. The 8 Elite, as we know, is a tried and tested chip that gives you good results in gaming as well as benchmarks. In fact, it boasts faster CPU cores than the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 and also has more powerful GPUs, so both CPU and GPU bound benchmarks show better results from the 8 Elite. But again, that's just benchmarks. Even in real life usage, in tasks like gaming, the phone does not leave much to be desired. You get a stable gameplay along with good average FPS numbers in games like PUBG, Mobile Legends, and even something more taxing like Genshin Impact without throttling the performance so much. I didn't notice the phone getting unbearably hot while gaming either, but the phone definitely goes beyond 42 degrees if you shoot videos at 4K outdoors for more than 25 to 30 minutes. So maybe Poco could have done a better job with the thermals here. Now, normal everyday performance on this phone is not an issue in any way. The HyperOS experience is smooth and lag-free. I wouldn't say it's the best or even among the best, but it's not bad either. I do wish Poco gave an option to disable or uninstall the bloatware on this phone so that users have a more clean experience. Alright, now let's talk about the cameras, and like always, if there's one thing that this Poco phone lacks, it's a good camera experience. Spec-wise, there is definitely an upgrade because you get an additional 2.5x telephoto lens, which was not there on the F7 Pro. But I don't know if it's because of Poco's decision to go with inferior OmniVision sensors or just lack of better color optimization. The cameras on the F8 Pro are average at best. First of all, the 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens does not produce good details and colors in the images. Honestly, the ultra-wide images look like they've been shot from a much cheaper device. The main wide lens is not exactly bad though. In well-lit conditions, I've gotten some detailed images with nice contrast, but as soon as the phone has to shoot pictures in tricky lighting, the colors and the dynamic range starts taking a hit. During the night, the contrasty output does look good most of the time, but I really wish they were able to manage glare better. Like if there is a bright light source, the phone generally cannot handle the highlights and glares like 90% of the time. Now, the telephoto lens is not bad though. I like how the phone is able to maintain good dynamic range in portraits even when the background is bright. The detailing is good too, and I don't have many complaints about the skin tone and all either. In fact, once or twice the Poco F8 Pro was able to manage better colors than the more expensive OnePlus 15R. I like the selfies from this phone too. The color tone isn't the most consistent, like sometimes there's a yellow tint, sometimes there's a pinkish tint, but quality-wise, I won't complain much. Likewise with the videos, at 4K resolution, the main camera brings out decent videos. There is a slight movement wobble while you're in motion, but still, videos come out quite good, I have to say. Now, obviously, we can't expect much from the 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens. It can only shoot at 1080p and the results are just average. Even the selfie videos are capped at 1080p 60 fps. The colors and all are good, as you can see, but if you're someone who makes vlogs or reels, you definitely won't be happy with the resolution and the sharpness. So after using the Poco F8 Pro as a secondary phone whilst I was reviewing the OnePlus 15R, I can definitely say that Poco has done a good job with the performance, the design, the display, and even the battery life. Yes, there are a few compromises here and there, but it is also priced way below other phones that provide similar specs, so I think it's fair to give it the benefit of the doubt. So I guess any performance-centric user who does not care much about cameras and only wants a value-for-money phone to game on will be happy with the Poco F8 Pro. Alright everyone, that was all for our detailed review of the Poco F8 Pro. What do you think about this device, and are you in favor of this phone launching in India? Do let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Saying this, I'm Pratima and I will see you in my next video.